I got incredible results with a simple Fujifilm camera, and the camera is cheap and you can buy it from everywhere, so it's in stock or it's on the used market. So let me share with you my real world results with this simple kit from Fujifilm, and let's discover my reasons to use this camera in these present days. Let's talk about this now. Hi there and welcome to my channel, Tudor Matescu here. In this video I want to address a simple camera from Fujifilm that you can buy basically from everywhere. So it's available, it's in stock, or you can buy it from the used market. This camera it's on all the places and it's not as expensive as the latest Fujifilm cameras, or like Fujifilm cameras that you can't buy, like X100V, like X106 or even X Pro 3. So a simple camera, a cheaper camera that in real world use great results and very portable. So in this video I will address my go-to kit for having a very small Fujifilm camera body and lens that will offer you great results indifferently of the light and of the subject that you will treat. So it's a very interesting kit, and this is all you need: 2 lenses and just this Fujifilm camera. So the Fujifilm camera, it is Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II. So we have here Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II paired with the 18mm f2, and I will tell you immediately what this lens is and why you need this lens to pair it with this kit. So first of all, why Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II? Well, Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II has the sensor of X Pro 3, has the sensor of X Pro 3, has the sensor of X-T4, of X-E4, of X100V. So you have the incredible colors of X100V, of X Pro 3, of X-T4 and so on. So the sensor, it's a really great sensor. The AF, it is very okay. It's very okay. I'm not feeling that I'm losing with the AF with these 2 lenses, because I know how to use Fujifilm AF and Fujifilm lenses depending on the body and on the lens. And I'll tell you immediately how I am using these lenses with Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II in AF. So the camera, it's great. The build quality, it is very good. Very good build quality. Very good build quality. As X100V, I would say probably a little bit under at the joysticks and wheels, but a little bit under, not by much, but much better than X-E4. Much better than the build quality of X-E4. So build quality, it is top notch, and I'm using this camera for almost 1.5 years, something like this, and I know what I'm saying here. Very good build quality. Very good build quality. Clicky wheels, sturdy wheels, amazing build quality. Next, you don't have bugs like on X-E4 where the screen will flip on you because of the eye sensor, and you really don't have any alternative to resolve that flipping of the screen, rotating on the screen on you, compared to X-E4. And compared to X-E4, compared to X Pro 3, compared to even X-T4, this camera has a price that it's a bargain, brand new or on the used market. And another great advantage of X-T30 Mark II is that it has all the film simulations that you would want from a camera like this. So I really don't think you miss any film simulation from X100V and other Fujifilm cameras that are using the X-Trans CMOS 4 sensor. So anyway, you will not miss film simulations, you will not miss AF, you will not miss anything that other premium or very expensive Fujifilm camera like X Pro 3 has. And another tidbit, because I've talked about X Pro 3, on X-T30 Mark II, you will have correct EXIF data with the Voigtlander lenses. If you didn't know, the latest firmware from X-T5, it's making problems with the EXIF data of the Voigtlander lenses. The f2, it is reported f22 on X-T5 and also on X-T50. And I don't know how Fujifilm will resolve this, because it's not their job, probably. But how Voigtlander will resolve this? Because on Voigtlander lenses you don't have any USB-C, so they can update the firmware. So the ball is in the Fujifilm realm, but the Voigtlander lenses will report correct EXIF data on X-T30 Mark II, on X Pro 3 and on other older Fujifilm bodies. No X-T2 or X-T2S or X-T2 or X-T3 will work from what I know with the Voigtlander EXIF data. So, a great camera, you'll not miss AF of other Fujifilm cameras, you'll not miss the color science of other Fujifilm cameras and so on. The only thing that you will miss is, yes, you'll have different design compared to X-T4, compared to X100V. But another great and very important factor here is that the X-T30 Mark II, it is smaller than X100V and also smaller than X106. So very important. This combo here, it is smaller, how I've showed in my videos, and I will make a link in the card or at the end of this video to show you that this kit, it is smaller than X100V and X106 and lighter, smaller and lighter. Of course, it's not as packetable because it have all these wheels and all these bumps, and it's not as slim even if it's smaller than X100V. This is why I'm liking very much X-T30 Mark II, a great camera with a great price, with great build quality. Now let's talk about my lenses and why you should use these lenses and only these lenses. If you want one kit, one small simple kit, minimalist kit, then this is the minimalist kit that you can go for and get amazing top-notch image quality and results. So the first lens that I've chosen for this kit is the 18mm f2. Why 18mm f2? Because first of all, it has f2 aperture. This means it will enter light in your photography, so you'll be able to use a lower ISO and have great image quality. Next, and I'm showing pictures with this little filter that I will address immediately, and I will tell you why would you want to use this filter on your Fujifilm lens. So another great thing about this lens, it is that it's a small lens. It's a small and light lens. It is focusing okay in AFS or in AFS plus zone. So AFS plus single point or zone focusing. You can use it with AFC continuous tracking, but it depends, so and so. But anyway, I am able to get decisive moment shots with this lens with AFS. So I've showed pictures and I'm showing now a decisive moment picture that was a very short window that I was able to take it, and it delivered. It delivered. I didn't expect it to deliver because again, it was very hard, a very fast scene, a fraction of a second. But this combo delivered. The next reason why would you want to use this lens on Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II is that this lens has the same glass recipe as the 35mm f1.4 lens. So it has the magic glass from Fujifilm. The magic glass from Fujifilm. The only reason why you don't get similar results is that you don't get close enough to your subject to make the picture. So for portraiture photography, to get stunning results with this lens, I would advise get very close. This is how you use a wide lens to make a portrait. And you'll get those results. Of course, it will not render like a 28mm full frame lens, but it's enough. It's really enough for such a small, crazy lens that has this personality, that has these characteristics. And I really like these characteristics more than the X100V lens. Again, it has the same recipe from the 35mm f1.4 lens. And also, it's sharing the same magic recipe of the glass with this lens that I will tell you immediately about it. So, the Fujifilm Magic Trio, that it's an amazing trio, small with great glass. So, great glass f2 aperture, very good sturdy aperture ring, no problems. I have this lens for 2 years and I've used it and I didn't have any problems with the aperture clicks, the metal square hood and all the goodies that this lens has. Now, to get better image quality, I feel that this little filter, a magnetic one, it's bringing amazing image quality when you pair it with the 80mm f2. Amazing image quality. And my pictures that I've shot in now are with this lens and with this magnetic filter. So look how it's looking on X-T30, this magnetic filter. Amazing combo, it's looking great, it's very compact, very portable. Take the cap and you're ready to shoot. The magnetic filter, it's a mist filter from K&F Concept. It's 1/8 and it has a very decent price, and the results that I was able to get with this combo, amazing, very good results. So a great filter. I've also used this filter with the 35mm f1.4. They share the same filter thread, and you will get amazing picture results. It's not taking from the sharpness, it's just blooming a little the highlights, and also in black and white, but also in color, and also with different recipes. You'll get amazing crazy results with this filter, with this lens, and with this camera. Now, in short, if you don't know what the use of a wide angle lens is, you can use this lens for everyday street portraits, for everyday photography, for everyday family photography, for portraits with dynamics in it, for landscape photography, for architectural photography, and so on. So this lens, it's your wide lens. It will help you get all what you want in your pictures. It will be also very usable in low light because it has an f2 aperture. So this lens will cover you very well in the wide, in the large field of view. Now, let's talk about my next lens. Now look here, my next lens on Fujifilm X-T30. Look how small the package is and what you can do with this package. It is something that you really can't imagine. You can't imagine how strong and how powerful it is, this small package. The lens that I've decided to choose, it is the 60mm f2.4 macro lens from Fujifilm. It's an old lens, the original lens. And also the 80mm f2, it's an original Fujifilm lens. The first lenses that Fujifilm made, and these lenses have great magic to it, great micro contrast to it, like images. And this lens, the 60mm f2.4, is the magic lens that you want. It renders better than the 35mm f1.4. It renders also better for my eyes than the 56mm f1.2. The only downside is that you have an f2.4. But the biggest advantage here is that you have a very small portable lens that also it's a macro lens. The macro is not extraordinary, but it's sufficient for detailed shots and so on. And the lens, it's a portraiture lens, it's a tele lens. The field of view of this lens, it is equivalent with a 91mm field of view on a full frame. This means you'll have a tighter frame that it's great for portraits, for abstract photography, for fine art photography, and for detailed shots. So when you want a great portraiture lens, I would advise get this lens. I will show you portraits made with this lens and X-T5 because I didn't have time to use it too much with portraits on X-T30 Mark II, but again, doesn't matter because we have the same APS-C sensor and the results will be similar. But I am also showing you results with this lens made in my work with X-T30 Mark II. I was afraid that this lens will focus slow on X-T30 Mark II. Anyway, I was afraid I would have some problems, but for my amazement, no, I didn't have any problems, and look how small the package is. So this combo is great when you don't have lots of people on the streets. This lens is great for different subjects, and I've made a video why would you want to use such a lens. It's great for portraits, it's great for street scenes, it's great for abstract shots, it's great for so lighter photography, and so on. You have the f2.4 aperture, but you have a very good bokeh, and the blades are rounded from what I know, and you'll get a very melted bokeh shots. And the subject to background separation, because of the compression of the lens and all the goodies that you have on this lens, are very good. The lens is very light, and again it's focusing very okay with X-T30 Mark II. It has just one problem. You can bump very easily the aperture ring from f2.4. So if you don't want to bump the aperture ring from the f2.4, it is better to put the lens on A mode and leave it there and use the wheels. It really depends. Again, I'm able to use the lens how I want it. Also, the lens is flaring. You must use the included lens hood. The lens hood from the 18mm f2 and also from the 35mm f2 are compatible with this lens. So you'll not be forced to bring with you every time the big lens hood of the 60mm f2.4. I've made a review about this combo on my blog. You can check it out. And also I want to address some build quality issues of this lens. I've bought it brand new at a very good price, but if you buy it on the used market, you must pay attention how used is the lens. On the long term, it is possible that this lens will make you problems and it will be stuck at f2.4 because it has a ribbon, the old Fujifilm problem that it's possible to broke on you from what I understand. Search on the Google about these issues and please be attentive when you buy it. I knew about these issues when I bought it because I've searched online, but I've decided to buy it because it's brand new and I want to shoot this lens at f2.4. And to protect it even more, I decided to keep the lens on A mode. But knowing this issue and looking at the lens results, I've decided to keep it in the end because the image quality is great. The image quality of this lens, it is really amazing. It has great micro contrast and so on. So for me also this is the thing with X Pro 3. I have the screen problem, but I decided to keep X Pro 3. I will repair it in the future because this is it. I'm loving too much what Fujifilm did with this lens and also with X Pro 3, but also with X-T30 that I recommend in this video. In conclusion, Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II with these two lenses. This will offer you all the range that you need to make great street photography, great travel photography, great portraiture photography, great indoor photography, great macro photography, great night photography, and so on in a very small portable package at a fraction of a price compared if you would want to buy Fujifilm X-T5, X-T50 or other expensive Fujifilm cameras. And these two lenses again will cover you very well. So if you're liking content like this, please subscribe to my channel, check my next videos about Fujifilm, leave me your comments and I will talk to you soon.